Hello and welcome to The Truth in My Opinion, the podcast where I, Cody Darla, ask a guest to bring me the 3 news stories they think should be on all of our lips. And this week, as King Charles completes his state visit to the USA, I'm joined by the closest thing to royalty we're likely to get on this podcast, stand-up comedian Sophie Garrad.
Thank you so much. I am
You're
royalty.
So well. Yes,
wow.
You are. You are. You give off a very royal vibe.
Do I?
Yeah, you do.
Thank you. I really try.
Yes, you look like, if and I don't mean this in a rude way,
Yeah, I'm scared.
the sort of daughter of like the 27th in line to the throne.
That's amazing. I'm actually the daughter of an East End market trader, but amazing.
Very similar vibes.
New money.
Have you ever met a member of the royal family? And ever come close to royalty?
I feel like, I do the podcast of Alfie. Well, I do a
Yes.
podcast of Alfie. I'm pretty sure he's close to royalty. So he's my closest link.
Yeah, so Alfie Dundas, who we had on the podcast,
Yes.
absolutely looks like he would be related to royalty. He sort of looks like a sort of AI-generated king.
It feels like you're calling him inbred with that.
I'm not calling him inbred in any way, just for the record. Sophie, you're most well known, I think, online for doing sort of private school mummy sketches and London Girlies,
Yes.
which is a sort of parody of yourself.
Yeah.
Dare I say?
How dare you? That's actually really offensive.
But you're doing a live show, so you're going on tour.
Yeah,
right?
I'm going on tour, but I do stand up. So I do stand up
Yeah.
first, but I do, obviously, people know me for like the private school mum
Yeah.
stuff. I've got a lot of the mums that follow me, a lot of the mums that come to the shows.
Really?
Yeah.
You like
The yummy mummies.
Yummy mummies.
Oh, my audience, the net worth, crazy. Crazy.
So, what's your show about? So it's called Poor Little Rich Girl.
Yeah, wow.
You are just as relatable as Alfie. I can see
exactly.
why you've got a podcast together.
2 most relatable blondes in comedy. It has been awkward doing radio interviews, and they're like, so the show's called Poor Little Rich Girl, and I'm like, yes, it's very progressive.
What's progressive about it?
No, nothing actually. It's a lot of my childhood. People always ask me, like, are you actually posh? I don't really know. I sound posh.
Yes.
So I go through my childhood. My childhood was very chaotic. I talk about prison. I talk about nannies.
Okay.
It's a bit mental. People think I'm doing a character. It's not. I'm just insane.
So I read that as part of the show you talk about getting taken to school in a police car.
Yes. Terrifyingly, it was a Ford Focus. Can you believe it?
You at least expect a BMW,
Right?
for
I'd never
God's
been in anything
sake.
less than a Mercedes. I was like, this is really triggering.
It's the budget cuts. It really is. Why were you? Why?
My dad, like I said, is from East London, which is not a crime, but he was just always getting in trouble when I was younger, like always.
Okay.
We always had the police coming to our house. I talk about the goss in the show. I don't know when this is coming out. Hopefully you guys can come, but we'll see.
Well, yeah. I mean, so talk us through. Let's get the plug out early. Talk us through your dates when you're doing the tour.
I was like, I haven't been on it. I think my
Let's talk
boyfriend
about
would be a bit
dating.
annoyed. The dates. I'm going to Birmingham today when
Great.
we're filming. My first time ever going up north, which is really exciting. No, I go to Birmingham for my Botox too. And then I'm going to Edinburgh this weekend, and I've got like South. I'm getting a lot of stick online because I haven't gone up north. The furthest I've done is Birmingham.
Okay.
But I don't think I've got much of an audience up there, guys. So that's not my fault.
That is not your fault. I mean, like you say, if your main demographic, if your analytics are
Surrey.
telling you that it's Surrey mums,
Yeah.
then you've got to stick in your lane.
Sorry, sold out within like a day, and I was like, guys, I'm telling you, my audience are people with nannies. So
Because that's why they have the time to go and see stand-up comedy.
Exactly.
So where can people buy tickets?
on my website, and there's some on Ticketmaster.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, very fancy. You mentioned your podcast with Alfie.
Yes.
Which is called Alf and Soph. Is that right?
I
Soph
think
and Alf?
so. Yeah.
I think so.
Guys, I just show up to that podcast. I don't do anything. Alfie gets really annoyed. He's like, can you prep this week? And I forget. And I'm like, sorry.
So, as we've already mentioned, we've had Alfie Dundas on.
Yes.
And we talked about basically we sort of ended up going through his venture capital investment
Of course.
portfolio.
That makes sense.
Yeah, which, incredibly unrelatable. What's the most unrelatable posh thing about you? Have you got a venture capital portfolio?
No, I don't really know what that is.
Me neither. He tried to talk me through it, and I didn't really understand. Basically, a litany of economic failures.
Yeah, I just honestly, when Alfie starts talking to me, I just zone out and I just think, get through it, it'll be over soon.
The perfect podcast.
I'm trying to think what was unrelatable. I had so many nannies growing up, which apparently isn't that normal. Like we had a nanny from like 7 a.m. till 6 p.m, another one from 6 p.m. till bedtime. Always took nannies on holiday with us, except for one time mum hired a nanny with tattoos. She did not come on holiday with us.
What was the tattoo?
It was one of those, the barbed wires on the arm.
Oh,
that's a proper old school tattoo, isn't it?
That isn't old. I think on the tattoo list, that's probably one of the concerning ones.
Yeah, that's concerning
barbed
one.
Wire.
And mum said she'd never hire a nanny again in the winter because she wore a jacket. So she'd only do hiring in the summer because then she could see.
So your mum was so suspicious of nannies having tattoos that she only hired when they would.
My mum
sounds awful.
They hate tattoos.
She's strip searching them. That's
literally
insane.
Also, my mum is also not posh at all. But you know when someone marries well and then they're like, no, I am. I think they're the worst. They're like, like if I'm out with my mum, she doesn't sound posh, but as soon as we speak in public, she's like, oh, thank you so much, darling. I'm like, you don't sound like that.
You don't sound like that. My grandma was exactly like that.
Really?
Had a phone voice.
Yeah, the Camilla voice.
The Camilla voice. Yeah. When my family were taking me up to uni, we stayed the night before they dropped me in like an Airbnb, and I went to St Andrews, very posh uni, and there was like a couple who had just dropped their daughter, and my whole family are from like the north where you've never been.
Very brave.
Very brave. And like my grandma, like proper Yorkshire lady, and there was this couple for some reason started going on about how there's a lot of like coloured trousers, coloured chinos in St Andrews, and my grandma, incredibly northern, was like, "Oh, Cody wears mustard trousers sometimes. Mustard trousers. He does mustard. Yes, it's very mustard trousers." And she kept saying the word mustard. We're like, "What are you doing?"
That's so funny.
They are the worst.
That makes so much sense when you open the door, you're wearing mustard trousers.
Yeah, mustard is my colour.
That's so funny. I love that. What an icon.
An absolute icon, yeah. Sophie, are you a newsy person? This is the question I ask everyone ahead of the podcast. Are you a newsy person?
No. I love celebrity news. Huge fan.
Okay. Your headlines are making a lot more sense to me now.
No, by the way, those are the smartest headlines I could find. I was like, don't come across too stupid. Honestly, back in the day, I don't do this anymore, but I used to love Daily Mail TV and showbiz. I'm not a Daily Mail girl.
Okay.
But I just love the celebrity part of it.
Well, the celebrity part is almost that's the most brutal part.
It's so good.
Hideous.
The sidebar of shame. And do you know what? I wish I could say for moral reasons I stopped reading it. It's just because they have too many ads.
It's a very difficult thing to watch, to look at.
It's too hard to navigate now.
Yeah.
I'm like, no, okay.
However, the gossip and ruining people's lives is
love
absolutely
that, yeah.
fine. So that's your main source of news, I guess.
No, not anymore. My main source of news is TikTok and Twitter.
Oh, of course,
yes.
yeah.
I do. Yeah, it's good for news. I spread a lot of misinformation. That's me.
I can't wait to get into your headlines. I'm gonna hand over the reins of news to you now.
Amazing.
What I'm gonna get you to do now, Sophie, is in your best news anchor voice.
That's my voice.
Yeah, to be honest, you have the perfect news anchor voice.
I do, don't I?
In your voice,
Yeah,
please.
perfect.
I've never asked any guests this. In your normal voice, don't change a thing. Can you please deliver your first headline?
Russell Brand goes viral after fumbling Bible quote.
Oh,
That's so good, wasn't it?
Very
Please
good.
get me a job on the news.
That's very good. Like you say, you didn't have to change a thing.
No.
So, do you want to? I mean, unless people have been living under a rock,
Right.
I think most people will know what this headline is. But do you want to talk me through?
Okay, if you haven't seen it, Piers Morgan interviewed Russell Brand, I think for like an hour and a half. And in the interview, there was a really viral clip. One of Piers Morgan's most viral clips, apparently.
Really?
Apparently. Went crazy, where so Russell Brand's obviously been in court for sexual assault allegations.
Yeah.
Do I have to say allegedly? No, he has been in court, hasn't he?
He has been in court, accused of rape and sexual assault.
That, yes. And so every time he's been going into court, he's been taking in his Bible, which I think is quite performative. And Piers Morgan was like, "Can you read us, please, the Bible quote from that you read in court, or you were looking at in court?" And then Russell spends a minute and a half looking through, being like, "Yes, yeah, one sec, let me just find that." Also, he goes, "Thank you so much for asking."
Yes.
And Piers Morgan goes, "It wasn't that hard, was it?" And I thought, if someone said that to me, I would punch them in the face. It wasn't that hard, was it? And he spends so long looking for the quote, and it is incredible.
Yes.
And it's like, when you're at school and you can't find your homework, or you haven't done your homework, you're like, "Let me just find it in here." Like,
you're just waiting for the bell to go. Get me out of here.
Yeah.
Yes, it is. Yes, it's exactly that. I mean, so he's apparently he's written a book.
Who, Russell?
Russell Brand.
Of course he has.
He's written a new booky book from hell called How to Become a Christian in 7 Days.
Oh, I can't wait to read that.
Which to me, you know, the kind of, in terms of spiritual journeys, I think these days you can get it into 7 days. And I imagine the answer is how to become a Christian is just get accused of rape and sexual assault. That's how you do it.
That's like that, which is literally the trajectory, isn't it?
It is. There's a real pattern of people converting to Christianity at the exact moment rape and sexual assault allegations get brought against them.
Do you know what that makes me think of? You know when celebrities back in the day, they'd gain a load of weight, and then what they do is they get a really awful pictures of themselves in the park doing some exercise, and then they'd a week later do some amazing pictures of them looking gorgeous, and it'll be a DVD over Christmas, how to lose 7 pounds. Now obviously there's Ozempic, you can't do that anymore. People are like, I know, I'll just sell How to Be a Christian.
I'll just convert to Christianity. Yeah, exactly.
I'm in.
Yeah, I mean, you're so right about I mean, this is kind of what everyone was talking about, wasn't it? The performative nature of Christianity. Yeah. I mean, we had Josh Berry on this podcast a few months ago now, talking about the sort of male performative reader.
Yes.
And I feel like this is the worst form of, there's a male performative reading element, and then there's the performative Christianity, and then there's Russell Brand doing those two things. Yeah. And that is, I think, the most unbearable concoction of elements. It's hell. I mean, I think whenever Piers Morgan looks like the reasonable one,
which is
you're in deep water. It is a lot.
It's quite good.
He's starting to look progressive.
Yeah, I think he's just getting people that are so much worse than him that he looks like a good guy. I also think what was so good about that clip and why it probably went so viral is it was so nice to watch both Piers and Russell Brand be quiet for like a minute and a half. I was like, yeah, that's great content.
It was. You're so right. It's probably the only time those two have been silent for like 40 years.
I felt really calm. I was like, wow, nature is healing.
So yeah, he was like trying to find the quote, and then was like, this isn't it, but this will do. Yeah. And then it was like a nonsense quote. But when it was going viral, did you see he did a tweet in response?
No.
Where he was like, I finally found it.
Oh, that's so good.
After like
well done, Ross.
3 days. And do you know what the quote was?
No, what was it?
Bearing in mind, this is the quote he claims that he read when he was in court being charged with rape and sexual assault. Yeah. This is the quote that resonated with him. This is Isaiah. Forget the former things. Do not dwell on the past. See, I'm doing a new thing. Now it springs up. Do you perceive it? I am making a way in the wilderness and streams in the wasteland.
It's like, it happened in the past.
Isn't that fucking unbelievable? He's like, yeah, you know, it happened in the past. Don't worry about it. Forget the former things, for Christ's sake. Forget it. Forget it. I'm Russell Brand. I mean, I can't. There's so many elements to this. I'm like, this keeps getting worse. Yeah. You can't find the quote, and then you find a quote that's like, oh, just forget about it.
Just forget about it.
Just forget about it.
I'm over it.
You literally can't look any more guilty. You are Russell Brand. You have converted to Christianity, and you're now quoting from the... It takes you 3 days to find a quote that just says, forget about the past.
Do you know what as well? I just know he's not read it, because I think he's good at, like, bullshitting. Yeah. And the fact that he couldn't even bullshit on the spot and be like, I'm just going to go with one here.
Well, this is actually... this is the latest in a man in the public sphere, sort of misusing the Bible. So, did you hear about Pete Hegseth, who's the Secretary of State of War in America? So he's the kind of mastermind of the sort of Iran war, or at least he's in charge of all the stuff. And he's like a Christian nationalist maniac. And he did a speech last week where he quoted from Ezekiel 25:17. Yeah. And then he was like, the path of the righteous man is beset on all, and it's a Quentin Tarantino quote. It's from Pulp Fiction.
No.
It's literally the quote from Pulp Fiction. And he was like, I'd like to open today with Ezekiel 25:17. And everyone was like, that is Quentin Tarantino made that up.
I'm kind of obsessed with that.
It's crazy. It's great. It's like, if you're going to use the Bible, like, at least just memorize a couple of lines.
Mental.
Just memorize a couple of lines, for God's sake.
Mental.
It's crazy. I mean, you know,
so good.
Donald Trump also claims that the Bible is his favourite book.
And did he actually?
Yeah. Someone asked him, they were like, which one do you prefer, the sort of Old Testament or the New Testament? He was like, they're both the same. They're both the same.
That's a great impression.
Kind of equally. That's what he said. Kind of equally, which one do you prefer?
He is actually so funny if he was a comedian. It's just such a shame
I
that he's the
know.
president.
We talk about this so much.
wasted.
He is so wasted. He is legitimately extremely funny.
So funny.
Have you ever sort of leaned on the Bible as a way of getting out of something?
Yeah, I'm a huge Bible fan. I actually read it on the way here. That's why I missed my stop.
Yeah, you were late. You missed your stop. You just quoted
I
sort
just
of
yeah.
Isaiah
Sorry,
at me.
guys.
Forget the former things. Now I'm here.
I'm here, guys. I know I'm late. And I know I said I had to go soon.
Have you read the Bible?
No, I'm not a big reader.
No.
You're like, yeah, I'm gathering that. There's an audiobook. I might give it a listen.
The Mail Online gossip column needs to do a segment on Jesus, and then
I'll
you'd
be
know
like,
about it.
Oh, that's actually good gossip.
Yeah, Judas did what? What the fuck? Well, I think this is a fantastic headline.
Yeah.
Purely because, like you say, it has taken the two most unlikable men
Literally.
and shut them up for 90 seconds.
Beautiful. That's cinema.
It is absolutely cinema.
Get them at, what's it, a can lion? Is that a thing?
A can lion. Oh, like the like the Cannes Film
lion.
Festival. A canned lion. What the fuck? Oh, a Leon d'Or. Is that it?
What's a Leon d'Or?
Oh fuck, I don't know.
What's that fancy? A BAFTA. Let's just give him a BAFTA.
Give him a BAFTA.
Fine.
A BAFTA will do.
Yeah.
A BAFTA will do.
They deserve that.
Sophie, that's a fantastic first headline. Thank you so much for bringing it.
much.
If you'd please like to deliver your second news headline.
Woman full of shame after being sacked following endometriosis surgery.
Yes. Okay. This is extremely interesting story. Do you want to tell me about
that, don't you? I love feminism.
This is amazing. I love.
So interesting.
The one thing I like hearing more about is endometriosis, and I want you to tell me about it right now.
I know when you opened the door, you were like, "Oh my god, let's talk about endometriosis."
Yes,
you don't stop talking about it.
I was straight in there, even before hello. Before hello, I was reading off facts. But tell me about this story. It's.
Do you know what? I can't remember the woman's name. Do you have it on there?
I do have it. She's called Sanju Pal.
That's it. So she worked. So basically, she got fired essentially for having endometriosis. So she was a real high performer, doing really well for her career, and she then stopped. She worked at Accenture doing management consulting, which I don't think doing management consulting is a real job. I think it's a scam. Like, do you have friends that work at the Big Four?
No.
Really?
Yeah, no, I don't actually. What's the Big Four? PwC, Accenture, all the accounting firms, right?
The big ones.
The big ones.
Them.
I mean, I think every single person I went to uni with is now at those Big Four.
Yeah.
Apart from my friends.
And well, that's good. Wow, you're better than me. Oh, I get it.
All of your friends are there.
Apart from my friends, actually. They actually don't work there.
Yeah, I don't have any friends.
I just think people like being a content creator is hard. It's no. So is management consultant. Like, it's a joke. All they have to do is fire people, and then they're like, here's £1 million bill. Do you know that? That's their job.
That's what these companies.
They go in, they're like, just fire half the business, and then here's our bill for £1 million. I don't know if that's actually how it works, but
well, I have heard that.
Yeah.
I think that's basically right.
I think it's a scam.
But don't make this woman unlikable, is what I'm saying, Sophie, because this is a good, meaningful story.
Yeah.
She's been through a lot. I don't want you to hang up on
the.
Yet she would go into companies and fire half the business and then charge £1 million. Yes,
yeah.
But don't dwell on that bit. Because she's been through the ringer, and I want you to talk about that side of her. This is the important part for me as a man, to ensure that the women we talk about become likable. Okay,
it's really performative,
especially when it's about endometriosis. She was a management consultant. Yes, let's move on.
I'm so sorry to this woman who's really been through it and has got a lot of anxiety from this. But she basically had to have a lot of time off work because she was having surgery. She was in a lot of pain. She was really ill. She had big cysts. And then she didn't meet her targets because of that. Targets not firing as many people, which you would argue, good person for her. And sorry, we're not going to dwell on that. We're not dwelling on that. But she basically got fired for that, which is crazy.
Yeah.
And I think there was a lot of stigma around endometriosis. People just think people are making it up. It's not that bad.
Yeah.
And it is awful. I've actually got endometriosis.
You do?
I do.
So,
yes.
so can you explain what exactly it is to any men listening? Because I didn't actually know until I properly read this article.
Yeah, no one really knows.
So
it only affects women.
So what is it?
So essentially, it's like a full body disease, and it's where you have cells that are similar to those in the womb grow outside of the womb in other parts of your body,
right?
And they cause so much damage. They cause organ damage, organ failure, and it also is the leading cause of infertility. It's it's a really complex disease, and there's there's very little like understanding around it. It takes like 7 to 10 years to get diagnosed, which is essentially my whole life. And when they were like, you're to go on the wait list, and now there's like a long wait list to go private as well, but the NHS wait list is so long. I think I waited like 2 years for my endometriosis operation, because you have to have an operation to diagnose it. And when they told me it was 2 years, I was like, I want to find out if I have endometriosis, not get a Birkin bag, like what's going on. And the problem is there's not much research on it. They have done research studies. This is crazy. They've done research studies. One of them was like, they did a study to see whether people with endometriosis were more attractive than those with or without it.
More attractive?
Yes. That was a study. I'm
No.
guessing a man did that. I'm guessing.
Oh
I don't
my
know.
God.
That was an actual study. And they found that women with endometriosis were more attractive because they have larger breasts, a leaner silhouette, and an earlier Katachi, which do you know what that is?
No.
I didn't know what that is. It's basically a scientific way of saying you're a massive slag. Isn't that crazy?
What the fuck?
Yeah. And then there was another study that was, how does endometriosis affect men going out with someone with endometriosis? And apparently it's really hard for them.
These are the studies.
Yeah.
This is crazy.
Yeah.
So this woman here, like you say,
Yes.
she had a really severe case of endometriosis. So it was giving her cysts, like liquid filled cysts.
Yeah, so it can work in different ways, but yeah, she had cysts as well.
She had cysts, and then she had an operation and took a month out, and then went back and and was in a lot of pain, and then missed her 2019 target. Was then fired.
Love it,
by
you know what? The 2019 target, was it Q4?
It was a Q4.
That's important. It's a big quarter.
But everyone in management consultancy knows that the 2019 Q4 targets were very important.
It's a really big year that year.
Very, very big year. She was then fired. She took them to a tribunal.
Yeah.
And the tribunal said, yeah, they shouldn't have fired you, but you're not entitled to any compensation.
I'm really glad you read the article. I didn't.
And then she's taken them to a second tribunal. She took them to a second tribunal in January.
Yeah.
And that is sort of still ongoing. But essentially, she is saying, and I think this is the sort of main thing I took from the article, is that endometriosis is a disability.
Yeah, it's now seen as a disability.
Yeah, like it's literally impairing her to do her job. And so she has sued the company on the basis of discrimination for a disability.
Which she should be. It's crazy because it's seen as like one of the top 20 most painful diseases you can have.
Really?
Worse than childbirth. I mean, don't say that to someone who's just had a baby, I will say.
Yeah, don't start going on about that. So how does it affect you? How did you start?
Do you know what? I've had issues for like my whole adult life, and then I finally, it's actually a crazy story. I'm doing a new show on it. I basically was going to have my operation before Christmas, and I basically get really bad periods. Like I'll be throwing up from the pain, I'll be passing out.
Oh my God.
And I always have like back pain. I always have like chronic pain most days, to be honest. And so I was like, I kept being told I don't have it. They were like, you don't have it. It's just normal.
Really?
And I finally went to have the operation before Christmas, and I was so excited to be like, I can't wait to finally find out if I'm having it. And before I went down to surgery, they were like, you can't have surgery because you're pregnant. And I didn't realise. And I was like, I obviously burst into tears. I was like, I can't be a teen mum. That's literally insane. I'm a child. I'm a 30-year-old child. 30-something, if anyone's listening.
Can't be a
it was
teen
mental.
child.
Do you know what as well? The anaesthetist came in. It was the anaesthetist came in and was obviously a fan of Private School Mum. And she was like, before they told me I was pregnant, she was like, oh my God, I was hoping it was going to be you. She's like, I'm a huge fan of your work. And I was like, I hope I'm going to be a fan of yours. Like,
So you didn't know you were pregnant?
I didn't know.
And so you weren't able to have the operation.
I wasn't able to have the operation, but also I was on like, not for TMI, but I was on like day 16 of my period, which I just thought was normal. But actually I was having an ectopic pregnancy, which is where the baby grows in the fallopian tube.
Oh my God.
Yeah, it was crazy. And so I had to have emergency surgery. I loved the attention, I'm not going to lie. I loved it. I was like, someone check me into the Priory, I'm addicted.
You're the first person checked into the Priory for an addiction to ectopic pregnancies.
It's like, I'm going to get so many likes on my Instagram posts about this. I'm going viral.
Yeah, I've noticed it's still pinned on your Instagram.
It's pinned. It'll be pinned till the day I die.
It's pinned. That's amazing. I mean, awful, but I mean, what a shame.
Amazing.
It was amazing. Sorry, I think I was. That came out wrong.
It's amazing.
I was like, that's an amazing joke. I love that joke.
Yeah.
But so that's terrible.
Yeah, it was
so
crazy.
Are you booked in for another?
What was good? So I'd taken the morning after pill like 2 months before, And because I'd had full sex with my boyfriend, which is not like me, I will say, but it was a Sunday and he'd been really good that day. And I was like, I'll either have sex when we can go on the iPad. Huge mistake. It cost me an organ. But they were like, we think that's caused it, like the morning after pill. It wasn't that in the end. Where I've got endometriosis. So essentially, what happens is, because when you bleed in your body, there's with every single month with these different cells, that blood's got nowhere to go. So what happens is your body tries to fix it. And so it tries to use scar tissue, and scar tissue is really sticky, and that causes all the damage. So my left fallopian tube had all got stuck to one of my other organs. I didn't ask which one. And so they were basically like, they confirmed I have endometriosis, like all of my body. So it was good for that, because I was like, at least I don't have to have another operation to find out if I have it. Because it is like
I see.
Yeah.
It was a double whammy.
It was double whammy. I was like, wow.
So because of the scar tissue, why did the morning... Oh, I see.
So the morning after wasn't that. That's what they thought it was. But actually, once they had the surgery, they were like, oh, it's your endometriosis. You've got loads of scar tissue that's like basically wreaked havoc down there.
That's crazy.
Yeah, it's mental.
Oh, my God.
Yeah.
Bloody hell.
Crazy.
That is crazy.
Story. Yeah.
And also, I mean... Fucking hell. And it's not, and the only studies are how it affects men. How does it affect your boyfriend?
Studies. Do you know what?
Did it affect your boyfriend?
When he got to the hospital, he was crying. I've never seen him cry before. I think it's a testament to how well I treat him. But I actually was like, you know what? Maybe they're right. Maybe it's really difficult for you. Poor thing. I check on him every day.
Yeah, you should.
How are you doing?
We should get him on the podcast to check on how he's doing. Because that's I'm sure that's what everyone's thinking.
Like, how's John?
I'm sure Sophie's fine. But how's John? Well, I mean, an amazing story.
Thank you.
another sort of outrageous element of how the medical system treats women.
And I'd just like to give a formal apology to that woman if she does listen. I don't mind that you are a management consultant.
Yes.
Anything for money.
Sophie, thank you so much for that brilliant
You're so welcome.
second headline. I want you now to deliver your third and final headline.
Channing Tatum shares cryptic post after ex-fiancée Zoe Kravitz gets engaged to Harry Styles.
Okay, now we're operating in your arena now.
Yeah, okay.
This is Daily Mail showbiz goss.
Yeah.
Do you want to talk us through a lot of elements here? Channing Tatum.
Yes.
Sharing a post. Used to go out with Zoe Kravitz, who's now engaged to Harry Styles. Okay.
I love how that was a lot of elements for you. It's like,
it's a lot of elements. So talk me through. Why have you brought this story?
To see you struggle, actually. Wow.
Yeah, I'm struggling. I'm struggling with it.
Channing Tatum.
Channing Tatum. Do you know he follows me?
No way. Okay, we better be nice.
I know. We have to make sure that this bit is. We're going to have to. We've got a line direct to Channing, so we can. So Sophie, I want you to explain to the listeners what exactly is going on here, and then we can try and engineer a response from Channing.
Yes.
Let's try and do that.
Do you know? Apparently, he follows quite a lot of British comedians. Apparently, he's really into it.
Really, I can imagine that.
Yeah, he did go out with Jessie J, didn't he? Maybe he likes the British humour.
Did he?
I'm sure they have a kid together.
With Jessie
J? I might be spreading misinformation. So if he follows you and you're like, no, I don't.
We're going to spread as much misinformation in this section as possible about Channing Tatum and force him to respond.
I hate that he follows you and he might see what I'm about to say.
So talk me through. What's happened?
Okay, so apparently Zoe Kravitz is engaged to Harry Styles.
Yes.
But Zoe was actually engaged to Channing. Is it Channing?
I think so.
Yeah, perfect. If you could just correct us.
Channing? Is it Channing?
Channing, is it Channing?
Is it Channing?
He and Zoe were engaged a few years ago, and they were in the film Blink Twice together. They did it together. Okay. Have you seen that?
No.
Amazing film.
Blink Twice.
Oh my God, call yourself a feminist. You should have watched that. It's so good.
Blink Twice. What's it about?
It's like a thriller, and it's about you know the one where they take these girls to the island, they drug them. It's really sinister. It's really good.
Okay.
Yeah, it's really good. Anyway, they're in that together. They were engaged.
Okay, of course. It's a good place to meet and
then they broke up apparently amicably.
Okay.
But then the day after she gets engaged, he posts a poem. He shares a poem. Do you want to read the poem? Have you got it there?
Of course I've got it there. This is the poem. This is Isaiah. This is Russell Brand's second quote that he had just waiting in the background. So the poem is that Channing Tatum shared. It says, "My brain and heart divorced a decade ago over who was to blame about how big of a mess I have become. Eventually, they couldn't be in the same room with each other."
That was really beautiful. I almost
Thank you.
felt a tear come out
I
there.
fucking hate poetry.
I'm so glad you said that.
What
I
a
didn't
load
think you'd
of
feel like that.
shit that
load
is.
of shit.
What the fuck does that mean? My brain and heart divorced a decade ago over who was to blame about how big of a mess I have become. Eventually, they couldn't be in the same room together. I mean, if fucking learn how to speak.
Right? Just write a tweet.
Just
write.
Just say
like,
what you mean
yeah.
and don't make me do any work.
I hated it. And you read it really well because when I read it, I'm like, blah, blah, blah. Because I'm like, I can't work out the lines. I'm like, how is this meant to read?
It's difficult.
Yeah. And also, do you know what? He put at the bottom of it, read ... And I thought the one person that shouldn't read that is Zoe Kravitz. Like, because she gives me, her and Harry Styles give me the vibe that they're both very avoidant. I feel like in their relationship, they probably send one text a day and it's a song. That's it. Like, she doesn't want a poem.
So we have it, Kravitz and
Harry, who are now
Styles.
engaged. I feel like they barely communicate. I feel like they play it cool.
What gives you that impression? Just their cool vibe?
That they're so cool and like above everything.
Okay.
Like, I just don't think they're sending like millions of texts a day. They're not voice noting, that's for sure. They're the type of person that send a song and then the other one sends a kiss back and that's it.
Okay.
So in love.
Where here's Channing just on the sidelines sending poems.
Yeah, and do you know what this gives me with Channing? I'm like, you're the type of guy that every Christmas you send a Merry Christmas text to all your exes saying who's going to like take the bait. I'd take it.
I'd take it, definitely. The other thing about the article I found really funny, beyond there basically being no information in it, was the final sentence says, HuffPost reached out to Tatum for comment on the post, but no one immediately responded.
Immediately.
No one immediately responded.
But let's hope he immediately responds to this podcast and say, hey guys.
He must. This is his chance to set the record straight.
Wouldn't that be amazing?
What the fuck are you talking about, Channing? What's this poem? What's this poem you're posting? Is it about Zoe? Is it about your previous relationship? And why couldn't you find a better poem?
Right.
My brain and heart divorced a decade. Oh, shut up.
Also, Channing, you have a girlfriend. I shouldn't have to remind you that.
This kind of, I mean, this is the element that I kind of feel really sorry for him because I'm like, you say he has a girlfriend and fine, his ex just got engaged. This could be about anyone. And suddenly everyone's like, it's about Zoe Kravitz.
No, when you're that famous, you have to be careful what you post. I don't feel sorry. I thought you were going to be like, I feel sorry for him. He's going through it. I was like, yeah, he has a girlfriend. I will remind you. Okay.
Have you ever sent a poem, romantic poem?
No, I hate romance like that. It really makes me sick.
Really?
Yeah, like it's not for me.
What's your idea of romance?
Well, my boyfriend at most will call me mate. Like every now and again, I'd be like, "Can you just try it, babe?" And it's not happening.
Mate.
He's like, "All right, mate."
All right.
We're really in love. It's going really well.
That's so funny. All right, mate.
But also, can I just say, you know, you were saying about the article being like, "That's all it was."
Yeah.
That's what I love about those articles.
I see.
Not much to read, just a little. It's 1 minute read.
It's like a tiny information bullet.
Yes, perfect.
Where, you read it and you're like, I now know that something completely insignificant has happened to a few really famous people.
Not insignificant. That was huge. That was huge news this week, actually.
And I'm like, and then you sort of just move on with your day with it lodged in your brain.
Yeah.
And what's annoying is that it's these stories that will often rise up again in the mind. I'm more likely to think of Channing Tatum and this fucking poem now, like 6 months down the line, than I am of perhaps, I don't know, a major geopolitical event.
I mean, same for me, but mainly because I don't read the news.
Well, I think I'm glad you brought it. I think this is possibly one of the first showbiz gossipy bits.
Really?
Actually, maybe second. I think Christopher Hall brought a Danity Kane story.
I think the problem is people want to impress you. And I'm not saying I don't want to impress you.
But you're the first person who's arrived who's wanted to educate me.
I wanted to educate you. I wanted to bring something to you, you know?
I love it. And I hope, I think thoughts go out. What's our position on Channing? Are we saying thoughts go out to Channing?
Who's now I know he follows you. Like, I would love it if you could follow me too. That would be incredible.
Channing, we're thinking about you. We hope your love of poetry continues to grow.
And I hope everything's okay at home, to be honest.
And we hope that the next time HuffPost reach out, you respond.
Please.
Immediately.
Give them something to say.
For the love of God, respond immediately, else they're not interested. Sophie Garrad, thank you so much for coming on the podcast. This has been incredibly enlightening.
Hasn't it?
News hour. It really has. I've loved every single second.
I've really loved it.
And,
I don't think I've learned anything, but I've had a really good time.
And of course, thoughts go out to Channing Tatum and your boyfriend, who obviously suffers quite a lot.
I literally forgot who that was. I was like, oh yeah. Thank you so much. Thank you. I really appreciate that.
Yeah. And just a reminder, you are on tour. Poor Little Rich Girl is the name of your show.
Yes.
You can buy tickets online. People can follow you. Your Instagram handle is
Sophie Garrad.
Sophie Garrad, at Sophie Garrad.
Yes.
And also please do listen to Alf and Soph.
Yeah.
The podcast.
Yeah, I always tell Alf I'm going to promote that. So
Promote
if you could, otherwise I'll be in trouble.
Promote that. Sophie, thank you so much.
Thank you for having me.
You've been listening to The Truth in My Opinion. This week's guest was Sophie Garrad, and I've been Cody Darla. And if you'd like to hear more from Sophie, head over to Patreon now, where you can listen to her bonus 4th headline.